Today I'm going to show you how to do a knockout trademark search on the USPTO, the United States Patent and Trademark Office website. This is a good way to quickly and efficiently search a number of different trademarks that you're maybe contemplating using to start your business, so that you can know very quickly whether or not you should search for something else before you go through the time and expense of a common law or lawyer-directed trademark search. So even though after you go through this process, I still recommend that you get a trademark attorney to conduct a common law trademark search, because even if you don't find anything on the USPTO trademark database, you still may have someone else may have a trademark out there that they haven't registered, but if they were using it before you, they still would have superior rights to the trademark, and you'd want to know about that before you invest any time or money in or marketing into your trademark. So here's how you conduct the trademark search. You first go to the uspto.gov website. You go down here to trademarks, and you just go to search trademarks. And we'll go do a basic word mark search here. And just for an example, we'll search for, because I'm a phone geek, we'll search for Android. So you can see here a lot of different people have registered things that have Android in it, or that are somewhat similar to Android. And you can see here it also brings up things that aren't identical but could be confusingly similar, like Pandroid here or Handroid you see here. Just for your orientation, so you know what you're looking at here, it's important to keep a note of whether or not the trademark application is live or dead. Live can indicate whether the trademark is still being processed or if it's actually registered. Dead means it's either been rejected by the trademark office or it's been abandoned by the owner of the trademark application. Now over here, if there's a registration number, that means it's been registered. It's been finalized. It's a registered trademark. If there's no registered number here, then this indicates, since these are live, this indicates that these applications are still being processed by the trademark office. Okay. And let's just take a couple look at some examples of these. So here's an Android, and you can see it's live, and it has a registration number. So if we click on Android here, we can see that this Android is for use in automotive assembly equipment. It's been registered by Android Industries out of Michigan. So my Android for mobile phones would still be okay here, because these aren't competitors. Telephones and mobile phones and automotive assembly equipment are pretty far different to be in competition with each other. So let's go back, and I already did this search earlier, so I know which one I'm looking for. But so this one is, you can see this one is live, Android, but doesn't have a registration number. We'll give a click. Now this is the one that was used by Google. This is Google's application, and you can see it's for mobile phones. So once I saw this, I would say, well, I should come up with a different name for my fictional mobile phone company, because Android is already being used. It hasn't been finalized, but they've gotten their application out here before me. And as long as their first use wasn't before me, then they have priority of the trademark. Just for some for your knowledge about, there's a lot of stuff to find here on the trademark website with these applications. I'm wondering why this trademark, why it hasn't been finalized. There's a serial number, but there's no registration number, so that means it hasn't been granted a registration. If you click here at TDR, you can learn about, kind of go through the history of the application and see what potential issues have come up. And we can see here there's a lot of history here. A lot of things have happened since they tried to register this in almost 5 years ago. You can click on here on the office action. Those are official letters from the trademark office from the examining attorney telling the application holder that there's a problem with the application, that they have a problem with it. This can range from very minor problems like wanting a disclaimer to very major problems like there's a likelihood of confusion with another trademark that's already registered. So let's click on this first one and see what issues came up. So we can see here there's a likelihood of confusion refusal. So the examining attorney thought that Google's Android was too similar to a already registered mark called Android Data for computer e-commerce software. And Google and the trademark office evidently went back and forth a couple times, and then there's a suspension letter here. So this trademark has still was suspended. So this trademark still was suspended. Let's see, there's a couple other suspension letters up here. So let's see what else. Oh, so it was suspended because there was a civil trademark action filed involving this trademark. And so the trademark office isn't going to do anything else about this until this lawsuit is finalized. And that will determine kind of the fate of what's going on with this trademark. And we can see the most recent is the trademark office asking Google for an update as to what's going on with this trademark case. So you can see that even giant companies get into trouble with trademarks by not doing an adequate amount of research before choosing what their trademark is going to be. My guess is that they've expended a lot of legal fees on prosecuting this trademark, and they still don't even have a registration to show for it. If they'd done both a knockout trademark search, which I've just showed you, and a common law trademark search, they very well would have seen these other Androids out there and could have very well made a decision to come up with a different name. So again, when you're choosing your trademark, run a few searches through this USPTO website. It's very fast and responsive, and it'll get you you'll at least get a feel for whether or not this is a mark that's already being used by someone, very obviously. And then after that, I do recommend that you get in touch with a trademark attorney and have them conduct a common law trademark search for you, so that you can be sure that your mark really is safe before you keep going with it. I hope you enjoyed, and we will see you next time.